Hey, welcome. Today we're going to do something a little different. Think of this as a coaching session, all built around a really simple story that honestly has a huge message about patience, about comparison, and about learning to trust the timing of your own life.
Let me just ask you this straight up. Have you ever felt like you're falling behind? You know that feeling, right? Like you're looking around and it seems like everyone else is hitting their milestones and you're just stuck. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, you are in exactly the right place today. Because today, we're gonna unpack a story that I think can completely change how you see your own journey. It's a simple fable, but the lessons inside are so powerful, they might just shift your whole perspective on what progress really looks like. So let's get into it.
Okay, so our story starts, like a lot of great lessons do, with a family. We've got a wise old father, and he has two sons, Jack and Ben. Picture them in a little village, surrounded by fields, just living their lives.
So one morning, their dad calls them out into the yard. He's holding two little seeds, and they look pretty much identical. He gives one to Jack and one to Ben. And the instructions? Super simple. Plant it, take care of it, and we'll see what happens. That's it. No other clues, just a task and a whole lot of mystery.
So both boys get to work, but man, the results could not be more different. Just 1 week in, Jack is already so impatient, he's digging up his seed just to see if anything is happening. By week 3, boom, Ben's got a sprout. A whole month goes by, and Ben's plant is already knee-high. And Jack's plot? It's just dirt. You can imagine how he's feeling, right? Completely defeated. It takes 2 full months before the tiniest little green shoot finally breaks through the soil for him. And this is where the story completely flips. Once Jack's plant finally shows up, it grows with this incredible speed. I mean, it doesn't just catch up to Ben's plant, it absolutely rockets past it. It gets taller, stronger, the leaves are broader, and then it starts producing these huge, beautiful, sweet mangoes. Now, Ben's plant has fruit too, lovely little apples, but they're way more modest in comparison. So this is when their father sits them down for the big reveal. He explains, look, you weren't growing the same thing. Jack, you were given a mango seed. Ben, you got an apple seed. The mango took forever to sprout because it was busy doing something else first. It was building this massive, deep, complex root system underground. It needed a hidden foundation that was strong enough to support a giant tree. The apple tree, it grew faster, sure, but it was on a completely different path, a different scale. So what does this actually mean for us, for you and me? Well, it reveals the first really powerful lesson from all this. You have to understand your own unique path. The father says this directly to Jack, and I want you to really hear this. You weren't failing, you were just on a different path. Think about that. Every time Jack looked over at Ben's progress, he saw his own situation as a total failure. But he wasn't failing. He was just trying to grow a mango tree on an apple tree's timeline. It was never gonna work. So how do you actually apply this? Okay, first, you've got to acknowledge that what you're building, your career, your art, your family, it's something different. It's your thing. Second, you have to accept that because it's unique, it requires its own unique timeline. And third, and this is the tough one, you have to consciously stop looking over at what they're doing and pour all that energy back into watering your own garden. And that flows right into our second lesson, which is all about trusting the process. Especially, and I mean especially, when you can't see any results yet. Just think about it for a second. For 2 whole months, Jack felt like absolutely nothing was happening. But was that really true? No way. The most important work, the foundational work, was happening that whole time. It was just happening beneath the surface, completely out of sight. Let's actually give this a name. Let's call it unseen work. This is all the studying, the practicing, the late nights, the failed attempts. It's all the foundational root building that has to happen before any success can even think about breaking through the surface. And honestly, it's the most critical phase of growth. So how do you learn to trust this invisible progress? You have to start by reminding yourself that big, great, lasting things, they require a deep foundation. You gotta start valuing the work itself, not just the applause that might come later. And just have some patience. Trust that your sprout is gonna appear exactly when it's supposed to. Which brings us to our final and maybe most vital lesson. Because look, you can have the right path, you can trust the process, but if you don't have this one last piece, none of it's gonna matter.
The father points this out to Jack, even when Jack was totally disheartened. Even when he felt defeated and was pretty much convinced his seed was a dud, for the most part, he kept watering it. That one small, consistent act of just showing up. That's what saved all that amazing unseen work he was so close to giving up on. You see, those small, daily efforts that feel so insignificant, that's the water and sunlight for your big goal. When you get discouraged, and trust me, you will, that is the most critical moment to just keep showing up. Because if you stop watering that seed, all of that incredible deep root foundation you've been building will swither away for nothing. Consistency. That's the bridge between the unseen work and the visible results.
Okay, so we've gone through the story, we've walked through the 3 big lessons, but now comes the most important part of any coaching session. How do you actually put this into practice? Now it's your turn to grow.
So here's your plan, your 3 simple steps. Step 1, stop comparing. Just acknowledge and own your unique path. Step 2, trust the process. Have faith in all that unseen work you're putting in. And step 3, stay consistent. Commit to that small daily action. Just keep watering your seed, especially on the hard days. And let's leave it with this final thought, because it just wraps everything up so perfectly. You never know what kind of seed someone else planted. You don't know how long they've been watering it, and you have no idea how deep their roots go. Your only job is to focus on your own story, on your own chapter. So, as we close out, I want you to really think about this question. What big, beautiful, amazing mango tree are you patiently building the roots for right now? Whatever it is, acknowledge it, trust it, and please keep watering it. Your time to sprout is coming.